Hoppy Easter, everyone. And although today's April 1st, my advice to you is do not be a fool and be sure not to take any of this time with your family for granted. Kind of what inspired this message is just last week, I called a business associate of mine that I've known for about 10 years in the roofing industry, and he couldn't talk to me at the time, but he never ended up calling me back. And why? He found out that he got his own phone call that he needs to go to the hospital, that his father just suffered a stroke. Same kind of thing. I got married less than a year ago. It was one of my best friends standing next to me as I read my vows on my wedding day. And it was only 5 months later when I was carrying his casket, walking him to his final resting place. That's something that I really want to point out today is that, when you're with your family and whoever you're spending your time with today, put the cell phones away. Don't take this time for granted and really enjoy your time with your family, especially when you say goodbye. Be sure to give a nice real hug, a nice real I love you, or whatever message you have, because really you don't know how quick things can change. I myself come from a pretty small family. My mom only had her one brother and my dad only has his one sister. And I have a total of 6 direct blood-related cousins, some of the best, nicest people you could ever meet. I really love my cousins. Unfortunately, as time goes on, everyone's having kids and having families of their own, so we don't get to see each other as much anymore. But when we do, it is always very special. But sadly for all of my cousins, on my one side, my uncle, my mom's brother, he passed away of a heart attack in his sleep at the age of 54 years old. At 55 years old, my uncle, my dad's sister's husband, on my other side, he was diagnosed with a very bad brain disorder that, although luckily he is still alive today, it's not a very good situation. It's it's very sad, kind of what has happened over the years and how he's degenerated. But yeah, so it makes me feel very blessed. I mean, just in the 3 direct males in our family, all the fathers, 66%. That's 66% that had life-threatening things occur to them. So it makes me very blessed to know that my parents are okay, but also makes me never forget how fast things can change. And again, that is my message for you today, guys. It's you have how many holidays? I don't even know if I'll be here tomorrow or the next day or whatever. So, when you're with your family, sometimes you forget that, and it's something that we don't think about. It's not something that you want to think about, and so keep a smile on your face today. This is not supposed to be a depressing message whatsoever. It's just to remind you, because we definitely get distracted with that, and with what happened to my one buddy, to have to walk him to his grave and really not even remember the last thing I said to him. It's just, it's something that bothers me very, very often, and not something that I want to happen to me again or happen to any of you. So put the cell phones away. Don't be distracted. Really spend time with people. Try to ignore the TV. Be a conversationist. And again, that one last thing, when you are saying goodbye, mean it. And really say, I love you, and give them a nice, real hug or kiss, however your family chooses to say goodbye. Because if anything does happen, at least that last moment that you can remember will always be special, and that will be something that's important. So have a happy and hoppy Easter. Don't be a fool. Treat people right. Show them love. And you'll hear from me tomorrow, or the next station, tomorrow. All right, talk to you then.